Welcome back to the Millbrook Railroad. You might notice a different, camera quality, but that's because we're using my phone today instead of the normal camera. But if you've noticed, we got building materials in the trailer, and my car is parked with the trunk facing the track, which means we've got building material in there too. I'll let Aaron explain while we load the train up.
I guess while Eric and Johnny get the train ready and loaded, I guess it's my turn to explain what's going on here. Well, Eric happens to work at Home Depot on overnight shift, and the other day he got there and the cull bin was full of plywood and 2x6s. So we took the opportunity and spent $152 on $800 worth of lumber. And we're going to build a new car barn. So yeah, that's basically the big secret. I guess secret's out now.
Alright, that's the plywood loaded up. Now, I'm hoping that the pieces of wood are long enough, or actually short enough, to fit in the gondola, but I don't have much hope for that, now that I'm seeing one. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I'll figure something out. Yeah, like that, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I guess they're all getting loaded at an angle. Because none of the flat cars are in service right now other than the 105. I mean, alternatively, we could take that and put it on top of the gondolas, but that might cause other issues. We'll have to figure out a better method for this, but for the first run, we're going to do this. So, please hold while we load the gondolas up as much as we possibly can. Alright, now that we're done loading it, trust me, it took a lot longer than the time-lapse made it out to be, but that is, I'm not entirely sure how many pieces of plywood. I think there's roughly about 10 there on the flat car, and 18 6x2s, or 2x6s, something like that. But what I want to show you is there is plenty more. There's maybe another train load in here. So, we'll be running more than one train today. Let's get this one down there and unload it. We are just barely making it by that sign right there. I myself need to move, actually. We're on the ground. Yay. Derailment. Rock has escaped for now.
You sure that'll work?
Well, it did for all of a second. Okay, I was about to say, there's no way that just went on. Alright. Put that back on. I need to adjust the load of those before we continue. They're too close to this end.
Probably want to take the top bit and slide that kind of forward.
problem is now the car's free. This is one of those cases where handbrakes would be nice.
Yeah.
No, I need the whole stack to go back, actually. There. Oh, that is a lot heavier than I thought it was. And there goes the 105. All right, as you can see, we have had a Millbrook moment here on this. We were doing track work around the curve. We got to about here before we stopped, so just taking it easy, but for some reason the rear truck of the front axle of the 105 has come off, so we're using our handy dandy loco jack, which not only works for heavy loads, also works for cumbersome ones where you can't reach under the car. So hopefully this will be a rather quick process, if you would be so kind as to fill the truck. Because with this, I have the
I can get this whole thing.
With one hand, line up the truck with the other.
Not great with distances.
And carefully
pull in the far.
Yep, I felt it. Now that I'm down here. Hold on.
The other side's.
Yeah, I see.
Yep.
It's still a process of re-railing, but it's slightly less painful. And I think with that,
I think it's on.
Yep, we're back on, and it's going to roll right through the bad spot again. So, I'm going to
If you can control that
set
roll.
the loco jack here and use it as a makeshift brake while I get the rest of the train and reconnect it. Alright, I'm going to leave the loco jack up here just in case I have to.
Yeah.
But get your loco jack today. He's right from here. We make them at millbrookrailroad.com. This is where we'll shoot a sponsored segment. Oh. Well, we took out the sign. I'll put it back up. Here we are at the yard board. Let's see if we clear this one. I'm thinking we will. Maybe. Just barely on both sides. Nice. All right, let's get this parked up and unloaded, because we got probably 2 more trains to go. Alright, so Johnny here is going to load up the train while I go grab something to eat, because I got to leave for work soon. And then I will be out here to help him unload it. So, take it away, Johnny. All right, that there is a fully loaded lumber train. We have about 11 per gondola. And, I don't know, someone pause and count however many are here. I didn't keep count, but that's the rest of it. So all this is going to go down, and we will unload it and throw it in the greenhouse to keep it dry. So, see you down there. And as we pull it over the switch to the lead, because I'm not going to try and go up that a second time, Johnny's going to unload this for me. I got to get going. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I kind of enjoyed getting this out of my car. So that's got to count for something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want your own little backyard railroad workhorse, go over to millbrookrailroad.com, where you can order engines just like this one. Actually, I think this one's for sale too. But if you enjoyed the video and you want to see behind the scenes access, go over and visit Patreon/millbrookrailroad.com, or join the Discord. It might be in the description. It might be not. Hold on, Johnny. I think it's going to...
Patreon.com/millbrookrailroad.
That's right. Patreon.com/millbrookrailroad. Thank you. Now, Johnny's going to get this unloaded. I'm going to head out of here as the sun sets on this actually quite nice early spring day. About 45 for most of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not a bad day to do this. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.